the middle of the vast sea while the sun was searing with heat. Joel and his father were floating in a small boat. With just coffee for breakfast, their faces were brimming with a quiet hope, a silent prayer that the sea would be generous today. A good catch meant food on the table, a few coins to cover the family's needs. Without it, there would be neither. Armed with nothing but a pair of goggles, a spear, and a weight belt, they took turns plunging into the depths, vanishing beneath the waves. Each dive lasted an astonishing 13 minutes. With perseverance, they've scoured the depths for that prized catch. Over the course of 8 grueling hours, they spent 60% of their time underwater. When the sun set, they made their way home, weary but satisfied. The sea had been generous, and their catch was enough for the family. While listening to the story of Joel, you might have wondered, how on earth is it possible to breathe underwater for more than 13 minutes? The average person can barely hold their breath for a minute before gasping for air. So, how are they able to do it? Are they the real-life Aquamen? To answer this question, we must examine their genetic makeup. Joel belongs to the Bajau tribe from the southern Philippines. The origins of this tribe can be traced back to the Zamboanga Peninsula, where they are believed to have first settled. Fast forward to modern times, the Bajau people can also be found in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. Unlike most other groups, the Bajau embraced life entirely at sea. They've earned the title Masters of the Underwater World, and for good reason. As skilled marine hunter-gatherers, they dive with ease, scooping up shellfish and other sea life like it's second nature. But what's even more impressive is that they still stick to the old ways, fishing with hand lines and spears, just like their ancestors did. No fancy gear, just raw skill, instinct, and a deep connection to the ocean. Astonishingly, they spend up to 60% of their working day beneath the waves. The Bajaus have developed a unique biological edge that allowed them to survive the suffocating pressure of the deep sea. Over generations, scientists revealed that their bodies have evolved, granting them an almost superhuman capacity to thrive in the depths of the ocean. Their story is just one example that human evolution is still very much in motion. The secret is their having developed larger spleens. This is like having built-in oxygen reserves. When they dive, their spleens contract, releasing oxygen-rich red blood cells into their bloodstream, allowing them to stay underwater far longer than the average human. From the moment they take their first steps, they are also learning to command their breath beneath the waves. With time, discipline, and an extraordinary genetic advantage, they transform into something beyond ordinary, capable of feats most can only dream of. But their adaptations don't stop there. Another fascinating genetic variation in the Bajau affects a hormone called T4, produced by the thyroid gland. This hormone plays a crucial role in boosting metabolic rate, the body's ability to generate energy over time. Scientists believe this metabolic boost helps the Bajau endure the low oxygen environment of deep dives. Indeed, nothing beats the Bajaus at sea. If humans have evolved remarkable adaptations for life beneath the sea, what about those who have spent thousands of years living in the sky, where oxygen is scarce and the air is razor thin? High in the Tibetan Plateau, at elevations over 13,000 feet, a unique population thrives in conditions that would leave most gasping for breath. Throughout the course of history, their DNA has evolved in response to their environment, with genetic adaptations tracing back approximately 30,000 years to an ancient group of humans closely related to today's Sherpa. If you're not used to mountain life, heading up to high altitudes can leave you battling altitude sickness. This usually kicks in above 2,500 meters, where the air gets thinner and oxygen levels drop. Without enough time to adjust, your body struggles to get the oxygen it needs, making you feel dizzy, tired, and out of breath. The thin air carries far less oxygen, making physical exertion exhausting and, in extreme cases, even life-threatening. Yet Tibetans have no trouble calling these towering landscapes home. Unlike short-term visitors from lower altitudes, who often struggle with altitude sickness, Tibetans have evolved physiological traits that help them thrive. One of the most striking differences is their relatively low hemoglobin levels. While most people produce extra hemoglobin at high altitudes to compensate for low oxygen, excessive hemoglobin thickens the blood, increasing the risk of heart disease and other complications. Tibetans, however, have adapted to maintain efficient oxygen use without overproducing hemoglobin, giving them a crucial survival edge. At the core of this adaptation are unique variants of two key genes, EGLN1 and EPAS1, both of which regulate the body's response to oxygen deprivation. These genetic changes allow Tibetans to function normally in an environment where oxygen levels are nearly half of what they are at sea level. Alongside these genes, researchers identified two more key players in high-altitude adaptation, HYOU1 and HMBS. HYOU1 is known to activate in response to low oxygen levels, helping the body cope with hypoxia, while HMBS plays a crucial role in producing heme, the essential component of hemoglobin that carries oxygen through the blood. Interestingly, these modifications are believed to have originated not from modern humans, but from an extinct human species known as the Denisovans. Their legacy continues to shape the very fabric of human existence today. Now, how about those who are living in one of the harshest places on Earth, the Arctic? Did they also evolve to survive in such an extreme place? For the Inuit of Greenland, the answer is a definite yes. Over generations, their bodies have evolved with unique genetic mutations. The secret to their adaptation is the way their body processes fat. In the icy wilderness, marine mammal fat sustains them, as the harsh climate makes a vegetarian diet impossible. Their food is usually composed of seals and whales. For most, such a diet could carry cardiovascular risks. Their bodies are able to counteract the negative health effects typically associated with a high-fat diet. Unlike most populations, the Inuit have an exceptionally low incidence of cardiovascular disease, despite consuming large amounts of animal fat. For years, scientists believed this was due to the protective effects of omega-3 fatty acids found in fish and marine mammals. However, groundbreaking research suggests that their genetic adaptations play a far greater role. These beneficial genetic mutations are estimated to be at least 20,000 years old, likely playing a crucial role in helping early humans adapt to high-fat, high-meat diets during the Ice Age. Similar adaptations may have existed in other hunter-gatherer groups that relied on large land and marine mammals rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, but the genetic selection pressure was far stronger in the Inuit than in any other known population. This suggests that Greenlanders developed a distinct genetic profile that allows them to efficiently metabolize their traditional food sources. In the end, this proves that human evolution is an ongoing journey. No matter how harsh the conditions, we adapt, innovate, and endure, always finding new ways to survive and move forward. But what are your thoughts about this? Hope you like our story and subscribe to be part of our community. Until the next one.